I can still hear those police sirens blaring in my head, getting louder and louder as they pulled up to my old farmhouse, lights flashing like some bad dream turning real. And there she was, Victoria Langford, the HOA queen bee, stepping out of her sleek SUV, pointing at me like I was public enemy number one, yelling, "That's him, officers! The squatter ruining our perfect little suburb." My heart was pounding so hard, I thought it'd jump right out of my chest. Standing there on the porch of this 140-year-old beauty my great-grandpa had built with his own calloused hands back in 1885, a place that had seen generations of my family through thick and thin. And now these cops were eyeing me like I didn't belong, all because Victoria couldn't stand anything that didn't match her cookie-cutter vision of Oakwood Hills. It all started a few months back, when I was just Alex Rivera, 28 years old, scraping by in a cramped Denver apartment, fixing laptops for a living, dreaming of something more solid, roots. Then bam, this call from my family's old lawyer, Mr. Ellis, hits me like a bolt from the blue. "Alex, your great-grandpa was a clever old fox, set up this trust that kept the farmhouse in the family name all these years, and now it's yours since you hit 27. I nearly dropped the phone. 15 acres of land smack in the middle of what had turned into this upscale neighborhood, Oakwood Hills, worth a couple million easy taxes paid up by the trust, just waiting for me to claim it. But Mr. Ellis warned me. The area's changed, son, fancy homes, strict HOA run by Victoria Langford, who's been itching to buy it out and bulldoze it for more McMansions to line her pockets. So I pack up my beat-up pickup and drive out there, pulling into this tree-lined street lined with pristine houses, manicured lawns like pudding greens, luxury cars gleaming. And then there's my place, this sturdy wood and stone farmhouse with a wraparound porch, wildflowers popping up everywhere, ancient maples shading the yard, a weathered barn out back. It felt like stepping into a time capsule, warm and full of history. But the stares from the neighbors? Ice cold, no waves, just narrowed eyes like I'd crashed their exclusive party. And sure enough, here comes Victoria, striding over in her power suit, clipboard in hand, face twisted like she'd bitten a lemon. "You can't park that rust bucket here," she snaps, and I try to smile. "Hi, I'm Alex Rivera, just moved in, inherited from my great-grandpa." She snatches my papers, scans them with those hawk eyes. "I'm Victoria Langford, HOA president, and this eyesore violates every rule we've got, too old, too rustic, dragging down our values. You'll tear it down, or we'll make you." From there, it was like living in a pressure cooker. Every morning, a new violation notice slapped on my door. House paint not approved, grass a quarter-inch too wild, truck not neighborhood appropriate, even my grandma's wildflowers unauthorized landscaping. Victoria rallied the troops, neighbors whispering, avoiding me like the plague, calling the city over nothing when I'd garden quietly. It wore on me, made me question if I fit, if maybe selling out was easier. But deep down, that house wasn't just bricks and beams. It was my legacy, a piece of who I was, and giving in felt like betraying my blood. Then one evening, as I'm sitting on the porch feeling low, this little voice pipes up, "Mister, you okay?" It's Lily, this adorable 8-year-old with curly brown hair and a fistful of daisies. "I'm Lily from across the way. Thought these might cheer you up 'cause you look sad." My heart just melted. We rocked on the porch, her chatting about how my house looked like a storybook castle, not ugly like the grown-ups said. And when she asked why everyone was mean, I explained it simple. Folks get scared of different, but different's what makes life interesting, right? She nodded big. My mom says the same. Wishes someone would stand up to Mrs. Langford at those HOA meetings. That sparked something in me. Lily's innocence. Her mom's quiet frustrations Emily shared later over coffee. How Victoria ruled with an iron fist, fining folks for kids' chalk drawings or unapproved tulips, all to keep control and boost her real estate schemes. Her husband owning half the developments around Denver. I dug into the HOA bylaws that night, poring over dusty docs Mr. Ellis sent, and boom, any owner could join, run for office, call an emergency vote with enough signatures. So I marched to Victoria's door next day, grin wide. I won in the HOA, and I'm running for president. Her jaw drops, face purpling. "You? The kid with the shack? You'll never get the votes. Nobody wants you here." But I hit the pavement, knocking doors, starting rough with slams. But then Emily signs first, whispering, "She's made us miserable too long." And Harold Kim, this wise old guy in his 70s, shares how Victoria drove good families away with her power trips, signs with a steady hand. Been waiting for someone with guts like you. Signatures piled up, 18, 19, 20 folks tired of her bullying. Her fines for veggie gardens or noisy playdates, all rooted in her fear of losing grip on the neighborhood she saw as her kingdom, where only the right kind fit her mold. Victoria fought dirty, spreading whispers. I was a drifter, maybe shady, even finding Lily's fairy garden in their yard. I rush over hearing shouts, Emily tearing up as Victoria waves papers. Rules are rules, no unapproved decorations. Lily's sobbing. I'm sorry, Mommy, I just wanted pretty fairies. And I snap, stepping close. Victoria, shame on you. Terrorizing a child over stones and flowers? That's not standards, that's cruelty. Power gone to your head. Neighbors watched, murmuring, and for once, she faltered, storming off, but that lit a fire. More support poured in, Mike Sullivan shaking my hand. She's fined us for our boy's bike in the drive. You're getting our vote. Then she pulls her big gun sirens wailing, cops swarming my drive, Victoria trailing. Arrest him, he's squatting! But I hand over papers calm. The lead officer, nice guy with steady eyes, nods. Looks legit, ma'am. This is his land since 1885. Her face crumples. But his house is ruining us. He shrugs. No crime here. And as they leave, neighbors gather, not glaring at me anymore, but at her, Emily hugging Lily close, whispering, That was awful, Alex. We're with you. It backfired big. Folks saw her desperation, her need to control born from losing her own family farm years back, twisted into hating anything old like mine. I kept campaigning, listening door to door. Harold's wife lamenting her ripped-up herbs, Mike's kids scared to laugh loud. It wasn't just rules. It was suffocating joy. Also, Victoria could play queen. Election day hits like a storm. She builds this ugly fence to hide my house overnight, thinking it'd erase me, but Lily runs over. Let's make it pretty. And suddenly neighbors swarm with paint, flowers, turning it into a mural masterpiece. Soccer fields, butterflies, even a portrait of my farmhouse. Kids laughing, adults chatting like old friends. Victoria driving by fuming, her plan flipping into our unity party. Votes pour in, turnout triple usual, and as they count aloud, Rivera, Langford, Rivera. Her lead slips, me pulling ahead, 52-38 final. The room erupts, Lily cheering, You did it! But Victoria stands, screeching, Fraud! You'll regret this, boy. I've got connections, this isn't over. Storming out, bitter, her empire crumbling. That night, buzz from a text. Congrats! Won't last, check your house. I race home to flames licking my kitchen, smoke billowing, firefighters holding me back. Arson looks like... And my gut screams Victoria, her revenge for losing power she'd clung to like a lifeline. Neighbors rally, Emily offering her guest room. Your family now. Lily hugging tight. Don't leave, Mr. Alex. But morning brings condemnation papers, city rushing demolition, her cronies pulling strings to wipe evidence. Hopeless at first, but Laura the secretary whispers, I heard her call City Hall. Fire's our excuse. And she slipped out right before it started. We go to cops, but no hard proof yet. So I rally a protest, 200 strong by dawn, signs waving, news crews rolling, bulldozers halting as fire investigator arrives. Arson confirmed, gas and fingerprints incoming. And there she comes, Victoria striding up clueless, crowd parting, reporter thrusting mic. Comment on the arson accusation? She stammers, pale. Lies. But Laura calls out, Tell him about your calls, your timing. Victoria unravels, ranting, I was protecting us from his ruin. Slipping, so what if I suggested inspection after the fire? Cops cuff her, fingerprints match, her face crumbling as they drive off, crowd cheering, demolition scrapped. We rebuild. Neighbors pitching in, painting, planting, turning Oakwood into a haven. Gardens blooming, kids playing free, barbecues weekly. Values soared not from exclusion, but warmth. Victoria wrote from prison years later, I see now, power blinded me, forgive? Maybe someday, but her fall sparked change, HOA's nationwide rethinking bullies. Yet looking back, was it justice or just luck? Could someone like her ever really change? Or do power-hungry folks always lurk in suburbs like ours? What do you think? Ever dealt with an HOA nightmare or stood up to a bully? Drop a comment, share your story, hit like if kindness wins for you, and subscribe for more real-life twists. Thanks for listening, folks. Stay kind out there.